In this module, we are going to design a quiz app using the AI component. Let me explain how the app works. First, when we hit the Start Quiz button, the app will start asking questions. If we tell the right answer by enabling the speech mode, it will appreciate us. And then we have to click the next to move to the next question. And in case if we say a wrong answer, the app asks us to try again. In this way, we have to answer all the questions, and once answering all the questions, if we click the next button, the app will tell our score. Cool, isn't it? Come, let's get started. First, we are going to bring in an image and change the height and width of it to fill parent so that it occupies the entire screen. Now, we are going to upload the pic of the AI robot. So, go to Picture and select Upload a Picture. You can download the image of your choice. Next, we are going to Layout and bring in a horizontal arrangement and change the width of it to fill parent and keep Align Horizontal and Align Vertical to center. From the user interface, we will bring in a button and change the text of it to Start Quiz. Let's make the font bold. Let's duplicate this button and change the text to Voice Answer. And again we will duplicate the button and change the text to Next for the user to go to the next question. When the user tells the answer, it has to recognize the speech. For that, we use Speech Recognizer component. In order to ask the question to the user, we need Text to Speech component. So, from Media section, get these two components. Now, let's go to the block section. First, we are going to create some variables. So, let's bring in this variable, and the name of the variable is question list. In this variable, we are going to save all the questions which we are going to ask. So, let's go to the list section and select make a list block. Click this icon and we see here two items mentioned in the list. We are going to ask 3 questions, so we will bring in this now. You see 3 inputs have been created. So based on the number of questions, we can increase the size of the input. Let me get this block from the text section and start typing the questions. Now we have added 3 questions. Now let's duplicate this variable and change the name to answers list. We will put the answers to the above questions in the same order. Next, go to variables and bring initialize global block and change the variable name to question number. Go to math and put the question number to be 1. We will use this variable to find the question number. So let's duplicate this variable and rename as question and add an empty string beside it. Similarly, duplicate the above block and rename as answer. Next, the application needs to ask a question to the user. For that, we need a procedure. For this, go to procedure and bring in this block and change the name of the procedure to ask a question. Inside this procedure, we will tell how to ask a question and how to take a question from the list. Get the set global question block and go to list and pick select list item block and add questions list in the list input and question number in the index input. Duplicate the above block and change the name to global answer and a global answer list respectively. Now we need our app to ask question. For that, get the text to speech 1 block and add get the global question in the input so that it asks the question to the user. Next, when the user presses the start button, the procedure should start. For that, select the button 1 and put button 1.click block. Go to procedure and bring call ask question block so that it asks the first question. Once the app asks the question, the user needs to answer the question by clicking on this voice answer button. So, bring when button 2.click block. We will get call speech recognizer 1.get text block to get whatever the user is speaking. Once the speech recognizer recognizes the user's speech, it has to check if the answer is right or wrong. So, bring this block and from the control section, bring if condition. From the math session, bring an equal to operator and add these 2 blocks inside it, so that it checks if the answer matches with what the user has spoke. If matches, the app should speak a message. So, from the text to speech, add this block and add a message that is excellent. Now, from here bring an else condition and duplicate the above block so that if the answer is wrong, it speaks out, sorry, try again. Now, we will write the coding for button 3 so that after answering the question, if the user touches the next button, it should move to the next question. So, select button 3 and bring when button 3.click block. In order to go to next question, we have to increment the question number. So, get this global question number block and bring an addition operator from the math section and add get question number and +1 in the input. So that every time next is pressed, the question is increased by 1. Now add call ask question block so that it asks the next question from the procedure. In order to keep a track of score, we will add another variable and rename as score and set the score to 0 by bringing a math block. Let's duplicate this block and change to global score in both the inputs so that it increments the score whenever the answer is correct and put it here. Now, if all the questions is over, it has to tell the user the scores. So, bring an if condition and duplicate this equal to operator. And we are going to check if the question number is equal to 3, which means all the 3 questions are finished. Duplicate the text to speech and write the message as quiz is finished, your score is. Now add a join block and put the global score in the second input so that it tells the score. We will now add an else section and bring all these blocks inside the else portion. With this, we have done with the coding, and let's check the output by pressing the start quiz button.
What is 3 times 5?
The app is asking the question. Let's say the answer by pressing the voice answer button. 15.
Excellent.
It is telling excellent. Now we go to the next question by pressing next.
What is sum of 11 plus 3?
We'll say a wrong answer this time. 7.
Sorry, try again.
We say a correct answer. 14.
Excellent.
We go to the next question.
What is 20 divided by 4?
We say the right answer. 5.
Excellent.
And now the 3 questions has been over. So if I press next, it will say us a score.